Hi there, and welcome to the Art of the Name. I will be your host as usual, Adam Dicker, and we have a pretty big show planned for today. One of the first things we're going to be doing is reviewing the dropping names that are dropping tomorrow, October the 29th. We're also going to look through a bunch of popular discussions in the Art of the Name Facebook group. We're also going to talk about some hot topics. We're going to look at how to make money with dash domains, which is a little misleading, but you'll understand it a little better once we go through it. And then the other thing we're going to do is we're going to review the available names that are available tonight that you can register right away. So we've got a lot of cool stuff to do. Again, you can sign up at facebook.com/groups/the art of the name if you want to get into the group. There's about 600 to 700 people in there, and it's a pretty popular group and some good questions being answered. Lots of people listening, other people asking lots of questions and learning. Okay, so with that, it's after 7. We'll get started in a couple of minutes. Anybody have any questions or comments before we get started? I'll give you a few minutes to get settled in, and then we'll hit the sheet for whatever we have to do tonight. Lots of good stuff, lots of sales going on this week, lots of activity on domains, at least for me. Hopefully there's lots for other people. Hey, good to see you, Nick. Always the first one on. Always sends me a message like an hour before the show. John, good to see you. It should be good. People are starting to fill up. I am back to my trusty root beer. I couldn't do a show, I guess, without this root beer. It's good root beer. Anyway, I tried the cream soda. It stinks. The root beer is good. Anyway, good to see everybody. We will get started with some of the names that are dropping tomorrow, and then we'll work our way to other topics. Hitesh, welcome. Melanie, good to see you as always. Facebook just went meta, so I guess meta names will be popular. Yeah, well, we knew that was coming. We discussed it last week in the show that Facebook was going to rebrand to Metaverse, and they did that, so no surprise there. Jeffrey, hi. Jeffrey, you had some good points today in the, I noticed them in the Facebook group. You answered some questions I didn't have to. Yes, you're welcome for the meta tip last week. Hopefully it paid off, but obviously we'll get to that, but don't register any names that have a direct conflict. Like, I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there, but that's about it. Anyway, let's get started with some of the names that are dropping. There's my dropping list. I'll pull it over here. Scroll at the top and then I'll share with you. I got to be honest, the next few days are a little bit light for good names that are dropping. I checked tomorrow, I checked the next day, and I checked the day after that. I checked right up to Halloween. I couldn't find a lot, so I got bored and went back to tomorrow. So we have a decent list for tomorrow, but it's not one of the better lists we've seen. There's a few really good names I think some of you are going to like, and then there's still some good available names, as there seems to be every week. So without further ado, let's look at the dropping names. Let's see if we can share the right window. Last week you didn't want to do it. Let's hope this is the right one. Yes, okay. Get rid of my face, off we go. So here's names that are dropping tomorrow. So some of them you should pay attention to, and I'll explain why as we go through them. Charity cars donation, small traffic. It's just a big topic, and there's a lot of people that donate cars. Movers across country. Lots of people look for moving across the country. It's not the right grammatics, but it's okay for $10. Cordless blenders could be a thing later on. 3,000 people look for them, so maybe they're already out there. United Transporters, 3,400 a month. The reason I like that one is because there's got to be a lot of companies called United Transporters or United Shipping or United something right now. So that name's got traffic. 3,400 a month. It's going to have some viability. Diabetic nutrients. It's a big thing. Diabetics. They're always looking for new things. 8,700 a month are looking for a way to get nutrients that are diabetics. Degree planners. 10,000. Well, really 11,000. People trying to figure out what they should do if they want a certain degree and how they should go along that path. You could set up a specific thing that shows them what courses they need to take, and across every step of the way, you could have affiliate links to courses and to schools. Cars dent repair. Obviously, I don't like the cars. Dent repair would be better, but people are typing and Googling cars dent repair. Shop Bengal, I left that in because a lot of people, 14,000 people, look for items to do with Bengal tigers. It could be good, but it's also a neat way to set up things like Shop Bengals, and you could have something to do with. Obviously, you can't do the Cincinnati Bengals because that's a trademark, but you could do all kinds of other things. So I left it in to give you an idea for like could be Shop Tiger, Shop Elephant, could be anything. People collect all kinds of different things. You just have to find one that they collect. Shop Elephant would be good. Lots of people have elephant little statues, keychains, necklaces, and all kinds of stuff. Face liposuction, 30,000 people look for that. AI converter, interesting. AI converter, 33,000 people. Vets Center, I think we saw this last week, but I'm not positive. It may have delayed a week in dropping or something, but the RE is spelt the UK and the Canadian way, but it could be a vets center where there's multiple veterinarians, or it could be something for military people who are former veterans. Could be anything. It's a pretty good name with 33,000. It's short. Eyelashes enhancer, eyelashes enhancer. I don't mind the S there because we have two eyelashes. 39,000 people a month look for it. Postal recruitment, 60,000 people, I guess, looking for jobs at the post office. Insurance, motorhome. I'd rather see motorhome insurance, but yet 60,000 people Google it. Wouldn't be hard to rank for motorhome insurance. I checked the keyword and it's pretty easy. Captain America shirt, 60,000 people. Yes, it's kind of a trademark unless you do something like a different logo besides the actual Captain America. It could be your own thing. Salon Facials. Obviously, a lot of salons do nails and they do facials. 64,000 people are looking for it. I think Salon Facials is a pretty good name if you're going to specialize in salons and facials. Body exfoliation, 65,400. Commercial patio heater. These are at like hotels and restaurants and things like that. It's a big ticket item. That's why I liked it. 83,000 people are looking for it a month. It's a big item. Industrial rooftop. If you're a roofing company, 96,000 people are looking for industrial rooftops. So I think that's a good one. Organics tea, organic tea, organic teas. All of these could be good variations. When you see something like this, like organics tea, and I did this with a few domains today, the exact one that I wanted wasn't on the list. It was something like this. So I went and looked for organic tea or organic teas, and I found one of the other ones. So you may want to look at that and see. It's 110,000 people. Knitting beginner, there's a few of those. Knitting beginners, if you want to get into knitting, 130,000. Horse joint supplements, you wouldn't think it's a lot, but 150,000 people that have horses are looking for supplements for the horses. Great site to put all the supplements together on, build a review site for all the supplements for horses and do some cool stuff. Psychology reviews. This was an interesting one because it's like a psychologist review. It could be like, I believe when you go to see a psychologist, a lot of them give you a short, a long multiple choice test to figure out where you are on the psychology scale. 166,000 people look for it. So I thought it would be pretty good, and you could do like an online assessment or something like that. Pretty interesting, and people could pay for that. Don't know about that, but still an option. Tons of traffic. Keto-friendly foods. Anything with keto does well. This one has 170,000 searches. That's a lot of searches, so you may want to take a look at that one. Car tracking systems, basically a GPS system, but I like the generic term, car tracking systems. You don't have to be like one of the big car GPS companies to do it. You can start and get like 1%, 2% of the market and make good money with 200,000 people a month looking. Inspirational artworks. I think it's a good name for a company, some sort of an exhibit, anything. 224,000 people look for it. Corporation videos, it's the long version of corporate videos, but corporation videos isn't bad. 275,000 people look for it. A decent domain name and some huge traffic. Then links profile. I was thinking about doing something on this one where maybe we look at people's LinkedIn profiles and we give them a really cool spin and a price to go ahead and fix them up and adjust them so they can get a job or they can look more professional. If you call it links profile, it's not really LinkedIn, it's not a trademark, but it's got the short form links in there which can be meant for anything. So I kind of like that one for a business. Wood salad bowl, most people have one of those. You mix your salad in it. 415,000. Privacy landscaping. This one I thought was kind of interesting. I'm not sure that they need privacy on who's doing their landscaping. I think it's more they could put up like privacy fences or privacy trees or do some landscaping to help give you more privacy. Probably a great slogan around that too, where you could do something about privacy landscaping. So, but that's 500,000 people looking for it. So I think that's a pretty good name. Feel free to tell me what names you actually like on here that are dropping tomorrow. I am curious. Nobody else sees your answers but me, so don't worry. Network engineer job, anything with job on it is good. People look for a single job, not jobs when they're looking. 585,000 people are looking for a network engineer job. That's a lot. Again, a great affiliate link for Workopolis or any one of the other sites that are out there. Indeed, LinkedIn jobs, whatever. Camera tester, 666,000 people are looking for a camera tester. So I don't know what that is specifically, but it's got a lot of traffic. I don't know what you do with it. Marketing data analyst. This is a real good name for a company. Every company needs their marketing data analyzed. And obviously, if you want to be known as an MDA, marketing data analyst, 784,000 people are looking for it. So it's a good name. SEO serviced. I'm not sure I like the way this sounds, but it's got a lot of traffic, 791,000 SEO serviced. I'm trying to figure out how it would work for a company that does SEO services. It could be a typo because the S and the D are so close together. Maybe that's what it is. But anyway, you could probably come up with something, get a few SEO clients out of it. Cure for hepatitis, 810,000. People always Google cures. You want to hook this up to probably a ClickBank product or something like that that offers some sort of reading or ebook on cures for hepatitis. 810,000 people go for that. Call dial, two interesting words together, call and dial. I thought this would be named good for an offshore call center or something like that. Clothing reviews. This could be anything. If you want free clothes, offer to do clothing reviews and have people send in clothes. And you can review them and post little videos on them and everything else that you want to do on YouTube. But clothing reviews is a really good name. To do reviews for specific clothes, if you want to say you're looking at all hoodies or whatever you're doing and you want to say which ones are good for summer, winter, whatever, it's a good way to do it. Could be jackets, could be anything. Almost 1 million people are interested in clothing reviews. Office notebook, I was thinking about it. It's pretty generic. It's not Microsoft Office. It's just an Office notebook that you would get when you start working with a company. So I think that's pretty good. Also, 1 million people are interested. If you want a futuristic logo, good name for a company. It doesn't have to have robots or space stuff around it, but it's a pretty good name for a company for indexing and stuff. So I like that one. Underwire bikini, I have no idea what it is. 1.5 million people do, and they Google it. I'd have to look what it is. I'm not really sure. Article critique. This one I like as well. This is in my top 5 for sure. I like article critique because everyone has articles or essays or things like that, and they need them proofread. So I think article critique could be a really good, unique critique brand. So I do like that one. Breakfast bowls, they're all over the place. They're very popular. Everyone likes breakfast bowls. So I like that one at 1.6 million. I think that's a good name. The debt collection, also a good name for a company, 5.8 million people, 5.9 million people, good name. The debt collection, websites chat. I guess I'm okay with the S here because it's for websites, but it's grammatically should be website chat, but websites chat is okay. 6.5 million people look for it. Text extractor, you can extract text. You can build a tool online that will extract anything you want from anything. You can build a custom extractor. 6.5 million people look for it. I've used extractors before, pretty good. And by the way, these are only getting better as we go. Let's look at helpforsleeping.com, 6.9 million people, obviously good. Champions League Soccer, it's the actual name of the Champions League, so you may want to watch out, but there's almost 10 million people look for it. And then data typed, although it has 331 million people interested, I'm not sure that would be one of my top ones. Just two good keywords that go together because most people will need some stuff typed or they'll have stuff that they want. I'm not so sure about that one, but it still makes the list. So there's quite a few that I like here. Let's review some of them. I like breakfast bowls. I like the debt collection. I'm okay with website chats, especially if I buy a white label software and I sell it as my own. I like help for sleeping. Office notebook is pretty good. Clothing review is pretty good. Cure for hepatitis is good. And then there's a couple others that I like. So Pretty good list. It actually turned out better when I actually reviewed it now than when I looked at it earlier today, so I'm not so upset with the list. Tell me what names you like, and let's go through it. I will close this window down. As usual, all of these things will be available to you after the call. Let's see what we got. Cheers for the meta tip. Tom says hi. Stag meta friend list and meta friend list. How long before? I don't think he'll sue you for that. I think it's a pretty good name, but try to build up some sort of a site, something to do with meta tags or something where you can add friends or something. It doesn't have to make sense. Just make sure it's nothing to do with. It has something to do with something else other than Facebook or something like that. Anybody have any other good domains that they liked on the list? Feel free to post them. I'll give you guys a minute to post them, and then we'll go on to the next set. It's a big group, but a quiet group tonight. No questions, huh? I'll give you a couple more minutes, and then we'll move on. I ordered dinner, and it's waiting for me in the kitchen. I ordered sushi tonight, so I'll be going to that after this. Okay. Since it's quiet, I'll go on to some of the chatter and things that have been going on this week. So compact charger sales. Compact charger, I just picked it up off one of the lists that I told you guys was available. Nobody grabbed it. I put it on dan.com with a buy me of $9.50. Somebody bought it. It's a nice cheap one. Cages, you've seen the post, cages.ca. Opening bid was, I think, $4,000 or I think $4,500. And then I'm still talking to him. I found his LinkedIn profile. I looked at why he wants it. It all made more sense to me. So now I know why I'm negotiating and who I'm negotiating with and where we can end up with that. So that'll close hopefully tomorrow. I'm not really too concerned about it. Make sure that people have asked me this, and I've seen a couple threads on it. Price domains that you don't want to build out or that you're not going to have time to develop into a business at a price. That way you can sell them. So for example, if you pick up like 10 domains from a list for $10 and they're all crap and you put them at $950 or $850 or something, and somebody buys one, you're happy about it and it's bonus money. So do that with any names that you are not going to look at building out, or if it's like a name, it has to be a name that's under like 3 to 5K. So don't do it for your high-end names. You can do it for some of them, but make sure those prices are much more higher and much more accurate. Like I've got some 2-letter names and things like that priced at $200,000-300,000. That's fine. But all the stuff that you want to get that I just pick up off the lists every day that may or may not be good, I just price it at anywhere between $900 and probably about $2,500, and just dump a few of those a week. What else? Weird GoDaddy email I got this week asking me if I could negotiate on thestreamer.com, and then, like I said, I checked and I don't own it. So I'm not sure where they saw it. I guess they didn't look in my account to see it's not under me and I don't own it, but somehow the email came to me and they wanted to buy it. So I just basically responded and said, look, I don't own it. Check your list. And then also there was a domain that I bid on this week where I bid the guy's minimum. I think it was like $1,700. I bid like $1,750 or something like that. He had a buy now of about $2,900, $2,800, and they signed it back to me at $6,900. In that case, when somebody does that, I just went ahead and I declined the offer right away, so he wouldn't think there was any chance to negotiate. And what usually happens after that, he realizes that the fish is off the hook, and if he wants to bait the fish again, he's going to have to come back to me now with a different offer, because I'm not going to look it up and I'm not going to research it anymore. If I really wanted the name, obviously I would have bought it at his buy now, or I would go up to his new buy now, which I think is about $6,900, up from $2,678 before he had anybody interested. So that's that. So that covered the names you want to build. I've got about 4 others, like 5 or 6 sales this week. You'll find that sales will pick up between now and Christmas and New Year's, actually. I usually end up selling quite a few domains in December. It's because a lot of companies or people, mostly companies, have budgets they need to spend before the end of the year. But I usually find even when I'm away at Christmas on holidays, 3 or 4 names come through as sold. So keep an eye on that. Make sure your names are priced going into the Christmas rush. You'll be happy you did that. Let's look at other topics that we had that were hot topics in the Art of the Name Facebook group. Obviously, we talked about the new meta domains. Mark Zuckerberg was on today saying that's all about VR for him and virtual reality, and showed his own avatar, whatever it was, in 3D. So That's what he's saying, but it's going to be a lot like Alphabet, where nobody even remembers Alphabet anymore, but it's the parent company of Google. Metaverse is going to be the parent company of Facebook, and hopefully it will have some activity, but people will always call it Facebook until it's a new generation. What else came up? Best keyword tools for determining if a domain has valuable keywords. This came up in a few places. Obviously, for me, I use Keywords Everywhere. It's an easy browser extension. You can just add the browser extension to your Chrome or Safari or whatever. And I think it's like $10 or $15 for like 10,000 searches. It's really cheap. It gives you the number of keyword searches per month plus the cost per click. Easy to look at, easy to figure out. What else do I want to tell you? How long do you give a potential buyer to respond to your email? That was where Jeffrey responded and said, I don't give them any time. I basically just put out the offer. If they respond, they respond. If not, I continue to sell the name. I agreed with Jeffrey on that one. I mean, you're not going to hold the name. You're not going to put it on hold. It's not layaway. So yeah, just keep going. Unless the guy says he's buying it and sends the money, it's still for sale. All right, we talked about the Alphabet. We talked about the other thing I want to tell you about is there was a stock that broke about a week ago. It's Trump's new social media platform. It's called Truth Social. It came out on the New York Stock Exchange at $9.75. And in the first week, it went up to a high of $175, plateaued at about $120, and now it's at about $75. Probably a stock to look at. It's DWAC on the New York Stock Exchange, which is Digital World Acquisition Corp. I'll be honest, I did buy some of it myself. I'm happy I did. So pay attention to that. It's called True Social. It's going to be his new social platform since he keeps getting kicked off for just voicing an opinion on every other platform. Okay, any questions before we go to our little thing on how to make money with dash domains that I think you're going to find interesting? I'll let you guys think about that if you have any questions. The dash domains is going to be interesting because I came up with some ideas because basically I found a company that had a dash domain and they wanted to upgrade their domain and get it without the dash. It was something long, but the bottom line is if you can find companies that use dash domains and the non-dash version is available, they'll probably want to shorten their name. Now, they may want to do it if they're called 8entertainmentinc.com. They may want to short it down to 8 or 8 Inc. or something like that, but there's a lot of stuff you can do as far as the dashes go, and I'll show you that in a second. Also, if anybody's interested in our masterclass, the 7.5-hour training video, let me know. Email me directly. Our masterclass is going well. Hopefully, people are catching up and getting everything done and getting their portfolios optimized. Everyone works at a different speed, I've found, so that's interesting. Question about the com stuff. For new meta names, do we still focus on com or will others just work as well? Probably all. Just be careful on what you buy. You don't want to buy any obvious trademarks. So that's one of the things. Okay, let's switch over to our dash domains. So the goal of this is to be able to find domains with dashes and replace them with companies that don't have dashes. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to sell them non-dash domains to people who have dashes for whatever reason. Maybe their SEO, their web person, whoever told them to do it that way. Let me know. Some people are saying there's no comments showing up in the live chat. I don't know why that is. Let's switch browsers though, and we'll come back to this one. So let's go over. So this one we're looking at now, you should be able to see my screen, just making sure you can. So if you want to find something like, and I'll make this bigger for you guys to see so you can zoom in. If you want to find something that ends with, let's say, -dental.com, and I just picked this as an example. You can use anything you want. Just making it bigger for you. So I put all in URL colon space -dental.com. What this does is it gives me 1.16 million domains that are in Google that have a -dental.com in their domain name. So it gives me a good target audience to really go after some of those with. So let's take a look at what we have in the list here. And again, all I'm doing is looking for dentists. Here's one here, Hillcrest Dental. Maybe it will find Hillcrest Dental. Maybe it'll get it when it drops. Some of them will have, like, there's Parkdale Dental. Some of them have Palladium, Metro Square Dental. But you'll see there's a million of them. Some of them may have like this, young-shepherd-dental.com. So they probably want to be changed to a shorter domain name. and you'll find out like they're in Willowdale. So I just know that because it's a Toronto place. So it's like Willowdale Dental would be better if I could find it for them. Muskoka Dental, and you can see there's tons of them. NSK Dental, but some of these are tough. You're not going to find NSK, EMS, but there's a lot of them in here that you're going to find. Like this one, Dabalinu Dental. Maybe they want dabalinu.com as short. Bayshore Dental. You get the idea. And some of them will have like huge amounts of words. Northview Dental, LM Dental, and it doesn't have to be dental. You can change it to whatever you want. I just picked dental because, well, I figured there'd be a lot of them. You can do medical. You can change. Oh, look, medical.com is for sale. Interesting. We can't afford it, so forget it. Hummingbird Dash Medical, Patterson, and a lot of these guys will have some of these names available. You'd be surprised. And you can look for 2 or 3 words on here's Prospect Medical, spelled weird. And this will allow you to find some of these names and sell them. But look for like 3-word ones as well, not just 2-word ones. Here's another one, link.hamilton-medical.com. I don't know what link is. We'd have to look at it, but you get the idea. And you can do this for anything, any business. You could do it for, if you want to do real estate, you could do that. I mean, real estate. I mean, so you get the idea. You're really just looking for names that you can replace. So for real estate, oh, it's only 35. So is that right? Did I spell it right? That's weird. Federal Dash Real Estate, Roten. I mean, you can basically pick anything. Apple Advertise. Here's one in KH, different one. They have realestate.com. They're not going to switch over, but you can basically go through all of them and you can check. Here's Bitcoin real estate, buy real estate with cryptocurrency. Interesting. And you can basically look for things like whitestar.com, see if that's available. This one has to be available. Schermerhorn.real estate. I mean, you can look for all kinds of them and figure out which ones. You'll also find some crappy sites that you may want to actually offer them some redos on. I haven't clicked any of these, but you can take a look and see what the sites look like, and if you can offer them better things or better searches or better prospects and build leads for them, they'd be happy with that too. Again, I'm just looking at random stuff here now to take a look. There's a Century 21, and you get the idea. Basically, you can look at all kinds of different real estate stuff and figure out which ones need it. And you can basically change this to anything you want. So don't be shy to change it to anything, any term or anything you can think of. It could be pools, could be anything. And now you got how many companies? 95,000 have a dash in their pools, stainless pools. Naveco pools, and you can go through it, haywardpools.com.au. Somebody like this, you may want to try to see if you can get them the com as well, sell it to them. They'll probably be interested in that as well if they don't have it already. And again, these will be local to your area. Above ground dash swimming dash pools, you may want to get them a better domain name. And then you can look at their site and see what it's like. It matches the domain name. Pretty crappy site. Looks like it was done in about 2006. Lots of products, but looks pretty crappy. You get the idea. So maybe you want to go to them with a proper lead generation site and then sell them that as well. Waterworks Pools, Barrington, and you get the whole thing. So you can basically go through. Obviously, you can look for this for any one of them, and you can find out good domains. Ideally, you want to upgrade their domains and get them to move on to something better. The other thing you can do is if you want, you can look at something called .db. This is a tool that is out there. I prefer using Google, to be honest with you, but you can put anything in here like dental, and then you can just pick with alphabets. You can pick with digits. You want hyphens, and then you hit search, and it'll go ahead and give you a whole list of names that have like 1 hour dental, 1-solutions dental implants.com, and you can go and find something better than this for them. 1-visit dental care is taken. Again, 1,000 Oaks Children's Dental Group. I mean, come on, you can find them a better domain than that. And you can look through all this thing. It tells you that there's 221,000 of them with dental and a dash or a number. And you can look through and find all kinds of different things. We're obviously starting with the numbers. If we go to page 99, you'll find like other things that have access dash dental implants. I mean, you guys can find better things than that. Access dental.tx for Texas. And you get the idea. There's Access Dental, and you can continue to go on forever and see what you like. And you'll find tons of people that would be interested in buying your names. Access Dental Group New York, and it's alphabetical, so you can see. And some of them are just ridiculous. And then if you don't want that, you can get rid of the digits and just do stuff with alphabet and dashes, and then you can go through there and see A-Deck Dental, and you just got to check which one's a website and which one's just a domainer. A Great Dental Implants. I'm pretty sure you get the idea. A Prime Dental Insurance, YG. These are easier people to find. And this is the type of names you can almost sell them as you get them, because you can go through that A and Z, or Z for you Americans, AP Dental. I mean, there's tons of stuff. So I think you get the idea of how you can make money with dash domain names. It's mostly replacing the dashes, not making money with dashes, but actually making money replacing the dashes. So that website is .db.com. Again, I prefer using Google, but you can use whatever you want, just my personal preference. Any questions or thoughts about that? Yeah, I believe it. Back in 2008, it was recommended to buy domains with dashes from probably domain investors who were busy buying up all the ones without dashes. Yeah, .db.com. That's for that site. There's a couple other ones, but that's just a quick one. You can get a 7-day trial and try it out, but they limit some of the features, but it's still interesting. Again, you can make a lot of money just replacing or rebranding people with proper websites instead of having 4-word dash domains or something like that. Okay, any questions before we go to the next part of the show, which is going to be the available domain names, which is the part that everybody likes. Once again, just let me know which domains you like, which domains you're interested in, and we'll go through it. Germany is the only place I know that prefers domains with dashes. And you can look up all the .des with dashes as well. Okay, let's go to the next list. So these are available domains that are available right now. Just have a sip of coffee and we'll go. So to make sure my throat stays lubricated. All right, let's take a look at what's available now. Get your pens and papers ready. Just let me know what you like, what you got, and let's go for it. Okay, sharing screen. Let the fun begin. Oh, let me get rid of that banner first. Otherwise, you guys will complain that it's in the way, which it is, understandably. Okay, let's go. So here's my screen. Let's look at what we have. These are names available right now. So let's look at Gums Doctor. Obviously a periodontist, 2,750 people a month like that one. Outsource accountants, 4,700 a month. Brain injuries lawyers, don't like the grammar, but 4,900 people look for it, maybe because they have a brain injury and their grammar's bad, I don't know. Artsytoys.com, 5,500 a month. Wood Floors Restored, interesting domain name, 6,000 a month. It's a service you could generate leads to, but you'd have to, it's not city specifics, you'd have to do like a whole directory. Patent Designers, if you want a patent designer, it seems like a good idea, 13,000 a month. Boot Scrubbers, 12,500 a month, not my favorite. AI Face Generator, since everything is now facial recognition, maybe AI Face Generator is good with 13,000. Back to diabetes, like we were with the drops. Diabetes drinks, lots of people, 20,000 people look for what is good to drink when you're a diabetic. So padlock necklaces, I had to look that up. It's basically just a necklace with a little charm on it of a padlock. Apparently, they've always been popular. 20,000 a month, look for that. Trusts Asset Protection, interesting name, 22,000 a month. Bloggers Makeup, 21,500 a month. This is one of my favorites in here that's available. Fix Overbite, 24,000 a month. Look to fix an overbite. Keto Boost, if you're looking for maybe like a protein bar or something that gives you a keto boost, 27,000 a month. Property for Auctions, also a good domain name, foreclosures and things like that, 30,000 a month. Travel with Tours, so if you're going to, I don't know, Italy, Spain, wherever you want, and you want to travel with a tour, this is a pretty good idea for a name of a company, Travel with Tours, and you can put all your packages on there where you stop and everything. 32,000. Vegan Sport Protein, probably obviously a protein powder or something, 46,000. Look for vegan protein powders. Converting currencies, this is a lot like xe.com. You could have a place that has ads and you could build up traffic where people just type in currencies to see what the conversion rates are. 50,000 people a month basically look for that. What else do we got? University Designs, good name for a student design company, 48,000. Ring Size Adjusters, 49,000. I'm not sure you can just buy a ring size adjuster and bring it home and adjust it. I think you probably need to go see somebody. Booming economies, it's a popular phrase. 70,000 people look for it. People always look for things that are phrases, common phrases. Home door signs, this could be like your last name, your number, whatever you want, or just welcome to our house or welcome to the Smith residence. Entrepreneur program, it's in here, it's French kind of, 94,000 people, huge traffic, huge CPC on this one, so you may want to take a close look at it. Entrepreneur program. Read stock charts. If you're trying to do a stock tip service, you can give tips on that. 95,000 a month. Online courier services, 126,000 a month. Cycling photographer, that's a specific photographer for cycling, 154,000 a month. Check email account. This one's interesting, 158,000 a month. This one's not bad because you can check email accounts for people that think they've got viruses or anything you want. You can run them through a tool first if you want and have them filter out all the spam, and then they go to their inbox. There's lots of tools like that. It's interesting. Garden hose adapters, 171,000. I will let you know that garden hose adapter without the S is also in here and must be higher up in value. 171,000 people look for garden hose adapters. Tour travelers, again, people who travel in tours, pretty straightforward. 179,000. Okay, this is one where I did some research. So carriers for cats. I'm going to show you the next one down because it's interesting too. So you have carrier for cats and carrier for dogs, both available. Carriers for cats, carrier for dogs, both about the same, 195,000, 261,000. But what I did was I went and looked for dog carrier and cat carriers and dog carriers, and I found that dog carrier was available, which was actually the one with the most value, and I picked it up. So take a look at these lists and get ideas. You don't always have to get exactly what I give you. You can use your mind and think that, okay, maybe carriers for cats only has a few hundred a month, carriers for dogs has a few hundred a month. But if you look up like dog carrier, cat carrier, it's like almost 500,000 people, or 100, I think it was 500,000 or 150,000 that look for dog carriers, which is a lot better than carriers for dogs. So take a look at that. Again, use your head on everything that you see here and make sure, like vegan sport protein could be vegan proteins. I mean, take a look and check it in multiple extensions, not just the one you're thinking of. Outdoor smart plug, 264,000 people look for an outdoor safe smart plug. Dog fence collar, it's basically a collar you put around your dog so he can't get through the invisible fencing. 267,000 people look for that. Recruitment officers, good domain, 310,000 people look for recruitment officers, probably to help find them a job. What else we got? Birthday photograph, 326,000, want to do something fancy with their birthday photograph. Logo mockups, love this domain name. It's available. 464,000 people. You have to have a mockup of your logo before you get your logo. Logo mockups is a great name for a logo company. I should have snagged that one before the show. Leggings for gym. Lately, I've been getting all kinds of leggings domain names, like floral leggings and leggings for gyms and stuff like that. It's still available. It's 500,000 people look for leggings for gyms, for a gym. Oh, by the way, you can look for leggings for gyms as well. Remodeling kitchen cabinets, 600,000 people. Health clubbing. I kind of like it because it's clubbing, but it takes health clubbing to the next level. It could be a good name and a really memorable name for a health club. Here's the other one, garden hose adapter. Where was the other one? First, plural had 171,000. The singular has about 4 or 5 times that at 875,000. Apparently, people are just looking for one adapter and not two. Both are available, and enjoy those. Hairstyling cream, 1.2 million people looking for hairstyling cream. The next one I like because it's so really together. Encryption, decryption. Really good name for any kind of mail encryption, software encryption. Anything you want to do where people give you something and you encrypt it and decrypt it. 1.4 million people, can't be wrong. Clothing item, very generic. I'm not sure what I would do with this, but 4 million people are interested in clothing item. And the last one is education for students. 148 million people are looking for stuff to do, educationforstudents.com, and it's available right now. Take a look at those. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you think. I'll post the list into the Google Drive, and you can let me know your thoughts. Hopefully you thought this list was pretty good. There's a lot that I like in here, so off we go. Back to me. I'll go upload those lists. You guys can tell me what you got. Maybe some of the stuff is not posting because I did get a message from Robert on Skype telling me his messages and nobody's messages were posting. So maybe that's why I'm not getting any questions or anything like that. I'm just going to go to Google Drive. I'll upload these files for you guys who are here, and then we'll go from there. So let's go to Google Drive. It's in the Art of the Name folder. For those of you that don't have it, just let me know, and I will get you access to it. You have to message me. I'm not psychic, so just tell me which ones if you need it, and I'll gladly give you free access. So I've uploaded now October 28th available and October 29th dropping. Those are the names of the files, and I'm deleting the other old ones, so you should have them in there. Anybody have any questions? The files are now uploaded. Hello from the UK. Hi, Zoriel. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing it right. Anybody have any questions or any names that they liked off the list that they picked up? Feel free to post them here. If the post isn't working, well, not much I can do. Post away and let's see what you guys got that you liked. You're probably still typing, so I'll give you a few minutes to continue with that. And feel free to, oh, I did get one. Grabbed converting currencies. Okay, good domain name. Everybody wants to know how to convert currencies and things like that. You can also look up while you're there, convert currencies, converting currencies, and see if the other one's available. Tom, you got logo mockup. I do like it. Great name. I mean, that's a name that's going to sell for sure. You can put that up probably at, and it's got traffic, so you could put that up at $9.50 right now and probably sell it within like a couple of weeks. It's a good name. Plus, if you got it, you probably got it for about $10. So good. Glad some of you are getting some really good domain names. Any others get some good names? Let me know. And then I'm going to go after this. Like I said, go and relax and have some sushi. Anybody else have any questions or any other good names that they got today? Looks like we may end a little bit early today. Let's see. It's pretty quiet at the moment. Who else got some good names? I know some of you got some. Some of you are probably downloading the list already in Google Drive, so you can go match them up and check what's available. Okay, it's pretty quiet, so I think I'm gonna bid you all. Oh, Zoriel says good AM. Yeah, for you it's about 1 AM right now. Probably about midnight, just after 20 to 1 or something like that. So definitely good AM to you. You should be sleeping. Richard said he got some. Good. Hopefully you got some good ones. And keep an eye on the drops tomorrow, because I always forget to go ahead and back order them. So if there was something that you like that's dropping tomorrow, I suggest you probably back order it after you get off this call, because I always get too busy and then I forget exactly what I was doing and I forget the drops sometimes. So 3 AM here. Yikes. Yeah, you guys appreciate your loyalty and coming to the shows. I'm happy to tape some of them and leave them here for you as well. Okay, anybody have any questions? Otherwise, it's time for my dinner and time for some of you to obviously go to bed. Okay, keep an eye on the drops and good luck catching the names tomorrow. Everybody have a great night, a fantastic night, and I'll see you probably next week. Somebody said it's 5:10 for them. Wow. All right, guys, have a great night and go back to bed for those of you where it's 5:10 AM.